Spice and seasoning industry is one of the most influential and oldest sector in the global food trade. Globally, the spice and seasoning industry is continued to grow due to rising demand for different cuisines and natural flavoring agents. It is expected to grow from nearly USD 20 billion to 33 billion in 2030. India play a very dominant role in this sector as it is the world's largest producer, consumer, and exporter of these spices. India nearly produces about 120 metric tons of these spices every year, and it will export to about 180 countries. Now we will talk about what are spices, blended spices, and seasonings. Spices are generally naturally derived parts of the plant, such as from seeds, leaves, and bark. Blended spices are the mixture of ground spices in a particular proportion to give them a unique flavor, such as chaat masala, garam masala, biryani masala, etc. Seasoning are slightly different from spices as they are not entirely made from the spices, but they are also made from herbs, salt, dehydrated vegetables, and flavoring agents. They are used to overall enhance the profile of the food. So now we talk about the uses of blended spices. Blended spices are more towards traditional as they are used to provide authenticity, depth, aroma, and flavor to the food. They simplify the cooking as if somebody wants to make a rajma, so they don't have to take so many single spices to make it. They can just take rajma masala and put it in and have the great flavor to it. So now we'll discuss the uses of seasoning. Seasoning are generally used to enhance the taste, flavor, and aroma of the food and basically the presentation of the food. They are used in snacks, ready to eat foods, and many restaurants. The main purpose of the seasoning is to enhance the flavor without changing the overall profile of the food. So now we will discuss about the main difference between blended spices and seasoning, as there is a very thin difference between blended spices and seasoning. Blended spices are generally made of spices only, but the seasoning also made up of spices, herbs, dehydrated vegetables, and flavor enhancers. We had blended spices during the cooking to add depth and aroma to the food, but seasoning we have to add after or before or during the food. Now we'll talk about the manufacturing process of blended spices and seasoning. First, we receive the raw material and we properly inspect it. Then we properly clean it to ensure there is not any foreign material, dust, stones present in it to ensure good quality of the end product. Then we dry it to remove any additional moisture from it. Then we roast it as roasting ensures a proper taste, aroma, and depth to them. We generally roast it at to 45 degrees Celsius to 65 degrees Celsius for generally 10 to 15 minutes. After roasting, it is cooled for some time. After cooling, then we put it in a grinder. Then we add it in a grinder to grind them to ensure so that it is ground into a fine powder. After that, it passes through a sieve to ensure a uniform particle size of the blend. Then they are added to a blender to uniform blending of all the spices. Then after it we package them and store them until dispatch. So now we'll talk about the machines we are required to manufacture blended spices and seasoning. So first, the roaster is generally used to ensure proper aroma color to the spices. The generally we can use drum roaster or rotary roaster. The second is pulverizer. It is generally used to grind the spices into a fine powders. Generally we can use hammer mill or pin mill. Then there is cyclone separator. It is used to collect all the fine particles of the grinded spices and it is generally for cleanliness, to maintain cleanliness. Then there is a blender. Blender is used to for uniform mixing of all the spices. Generally we can use double cone blender or octagonal blender. Then there is another two equipment such as weighing balance and moisture balance. Weighing balance is used to measure the weight of the raw material and the end product, and the moisture analyzer is used to measure the moisture content of the raw material and the end product. It is for the quality purpose. So now we'll talk about the packaging of blended spices and seasoning. Packaging is a very crucial step as if the blended spice and seasoning is not properly packaged, they will lose their aroma, quality, color, and many more things. As if they are exposed to air and moisture, they tend to lose their aroma, color, and flavor. So the packaging material we can use for spices and seasonings are laminated pouches, PP bags, and multi-layer films. For some premium products, for premium spices, we can use glass jar also, and for secondary packaging, we can use craft packs lined with LTP lining. So now we'll talk about all the equipment we use to package blended spices and seasoning. The first one is form, fill, and seal machine. It generally form the pouch, fill it with a spice, and then seal it automatically. Then second is shrink packaging machine. It is generally for bundling and secondary packaging. The third one is labeling and coding machine. It generally print the label or all the labeling information on the package and then print all the batch code in it. So now we'll talk about the storage of blended spices and seasoning. Proper storage is also very important to ensure proper aroma, color, and to preserve essential volatile compounds of the spices and seasoning. The equipment we use for proper storage are SS storage bins, HDP container, and stainless steel drums. SS storage bins are used for bulk storage, while HDP container is used to ensure the no entry of moisture in it, while the stainless steel drums are used for the blends which are rich in essential oils. So that's it for today. So we will discuss more technical parts in our next video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe.